What's going on, guys? ShadowNinja here, and today I want to be taking a look and talking about the Third Axiom Pulse Rifle. This is a legendary energy pulse rifle you can get from the Vanguard activities, whether it's a strike. I think you might be able to get this from the Battlegrounds. I'm not 100% sure. I could be mistaken on that one, but in general, if you complete strikes or complete Zavala things, you can get this weapon. And for one, I was very excited to get this weapon itself. I love pulse rifles deep down on the low, and I was excited to check this out. Now, I will admit I haven't got the best roll possible physically, but I did get a few good rolls in terms of, utilizing it in PvP. PvE, this weapon has been a little bit mixed for me, even though it does get better reviews for PvE than it does for PvE. But in general, let's talk about PvP first, because this is mainly what I've enjoyed it for. Now, for one, this isn't going to be a crutch weapon to use in competitive modes such as trials. But if you're messing around in PvP and you want to change it up, use different guns in the sandbox, the Third Axiom, depending on your role, can be very, very powerful. Now, the role you definitely want, from what I've been seeing on the possible roles, I will say you definitely want either Rampage or Kill Clip, depending on which one you rather lead into. You will probably want Moving Target or Zen Moment. Now, you could get Quick Draw, but again, I've never been too keen on, pulse rifles having Quick Draw. But again, these three perks are very powerful depending on your playstyle. Now, high caliber rounds or ricochet rounds is definitely another option for you. Now, I definitely will prefer high caliber rounds. It's personally myself, what I've enjoyed. But again, you could do ricochet rounds because, it does have a +5 and +10 stability. It has a +5 range and a +10 stability stat. So ricochet rounds could definitely be a little bit better. But again, I'm usually fine with high caliber rounds itself. Now, we have option with barrels. You can get a arrowhead break, you can get extended barrel, you can get hammer forge rifling, you can even get small bore, or you can get a crucible specific roll and chambered compensator. Now, in general, what I have specifically, which isn't maybe the best, is I have Rampage, I have Slideways, I have an extended mag, I have small bore. Those are what I've been rocking for PvP, and specifically what you see on this video. Now, I did get another roll recently, and I only got high caliber rounds and chambered compensator. Those are the only good rolls in that, drop. But in general, in PvP, this weapon does have a future in the sandbox, depending on where Bungie takes this. Since Sunsetted got sunsetted, I definitely do see pulse rifles making a return at some point. Now, right now, there's only two other pulse rifles I'll say are working pretty solidly in this meta, and it's not this weapon, Third Axiom. This is actually an extremely fun weapon to use, and you can get kills with it. But again, this wouldn't be a meta specific weapon you'll bring into competitive modes like trials or the competitive playlist. But if you're playing, again, any standard basic PvP activity, you're just messing around, you could use the Third Axiom. It is pretty solid for fun, messing around, changing it up, because again, every now and then when you guys play meta, you guys want to play out of meta to enjoy a different experience, have some fun, challenge yourself, things of that nature. And the Third Axiom in that regard is definitely fun to use. And I've seen here on screen, I was doing really good with not a great possible roll for my weapon. So again, I was pleased, I was having a good time. And again, for PvP, I will recommend for having fun. Depending on how the sandbox goes, could end up being one of the meta weapons we use in the future. So if you guys do get this weapon, highly recommend that you guys do. I don't know what they're going to do with this with drops. It might be removed and switched around to a bigger loot pool, but we have to wait and see. Definitely try to get this weapon from Vanguard activities. It is pretty important. Now, in regards to, let's say, PvE, this is something I didn't have too much good time with, but again, my roles specifically weren't catered to PvP, or just my general builds in general was catered to a pulse rifle. So again, you could get different results, but again, either Rampage or Kill Clip is pretty much required. Now, you could go Killing Win or even Surplus. Now, I do admit that, Surplus is really nice. I would definitely cater to that one, but you could also go to Feeding Frenzy. This is also a very good PvE perk for this weapon. Extended mag I have, which is pretty good. Appended mag is also pretty good. And you could also get a polygonal rifle besides the top 4 barrels you see here on screen. These are options you could use. Now, again, I don't know how well PvE wise this weapon can perform on better rolls. Again, if you look here on screen, the rating for this on PvE is definitely a 4.2 compared to the 3.3 in PvP. So it is strange how I had a better time with this weapon in PvP compared to PvE. But again, based off ratings, what people have been giving this a review, it seems that if you do get a good solid roll, you could definitely utilize this in PvE. But again, there's also plenty of weapons I use currently in my PvE sandbox meta that takes up an energy slot, and I don't know if I'll have a pulse rifle doing that. But it is also important to mention that one of the few unstoppable mods you can use in terms of weapons you can use for unstoppable, I think there's this one and another one, I forget the other one this season, but it is the pulse rifle. So if you guys are dealing with unstoppable champions, this could be an option for you guys to bring, depending on your role, to bring into, you know, high level unbreakable nightfall reveals or anything regarding champions that have unstoppable. So this is an option for you to use. Do keep in mind that yes, this is going to be a beneficiary of the unstoppable mod for this season. We have to wait and see what season, you know, redact of whatever is next has with seasonal mods. But yeah, in general, the third axiom, you get this by completing Vanguard activities, specifically strikes from what I've seen, or nightfalls, and even, you know, Commander Zavala packages. So do keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure you don't get this from Battlegrounds. So again, you might not. I haven't got it, but I definitely got it through completing strikes and Commander Zavala packages, so rank up packages. So those are ways you can get the third axiom. Again, I do highly recommend it for fun, for PvP. It does have a ton of potential in the sandbox in general, and people do give this a high rating in PvE. So depending on your roles, you could definitely maximize this. And if you need to have a weapon that takes out unstoppable champions with the unstoppable mod, this is definitely a weapon to utilize in the energy slot. But yeah, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely drop this video a like. And for more weapon reviews regarding Destiny 2 or anything else regarding Destiny 2, we have a lot of stuff. We've been playing this game a shit ton, grinding it out, getting a lot of weapons, utilizing a lot of weapons, playing in different modes. Definitely hit that subscribe button and get up to date with all those videos. With that being said, hope you guys have a good one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.